Good morning, one and all, or afternoon, or evening, or whatever time you happen to be watching this. Pepper, get out of the window. Pepper. Pepper, come. Pepper. She don't listen to me. That's her looking out the window. That's why it's cracked like that. But anyway, I digress. Hey! 2 videos in 1 week. How about that? It's not going to be a very long video. I just got a few things I want to go over, and I got a little bit of a finish and a little bit of progress to show you, and then I'm done, and I'm out of here. I got errands to run. I got to go to the post office again today. That's becoming my post office, or the guy that works there, whatever you want to call him, is becoming my new best friend. So anyway, let's get the show on the road. First thing, Pepper, seriously, it's bothering me. Come here. There's nothing out there. Okay. Sorry about that. Again, Loki's drinking. Can you hear that? He doesn't know how to drink quietly. So, the first thing I want to go over, and I meant to do this in my last video, and just forgot to write them down because I can't remember them all. Back up, Loki. Gee, my dogs are like, not, no. Gotta love them. Gotta love them. Okay, I want to go over the events this month in Cross Stitch Finish Line that we have. Okay, we had we had 3 that started on the 1st. I promise next time, well, I can't say next year because I already set the ones up for next year. But in 2018, I will make sure that we don't have multiple sales starting on multiple days because it's just silly. Anyway, on the 1st of this month, we had the monthly sal that started on the 1st. The fall into November sal, which is a fall piece. I think we got like 3 or 4 different fall sales this year. Once again, well, not next year, but 2018, I'll make sure we don't have. Alright, and we have the Christmas / holiday project sale that started the 1st. Now, if you didn't start it on the 1st, you can start it whenever you want. We're not strict about that, you know, heck. Starting today at 5 p.m., we have the 9th weekend rush going on. So everyone get your needles ready, get your projects ready, and get those stitches done. Only just a few more weeks or a few more weekends until the big draw. Next time, oh, I didn't get it, and I'm not going to get up for y'all to stare at my blinds again. But I want to show y'all the jar I got, and you know, 'cause I've been putting everyone's name in it and see how filled up it's getting. I'm excited. And I can't even win. I'm still excited. Okay, so that starts today and goes through Sunday. And if you haven't participated in the previous ones, it's not too late to, you know, it only takes, I'm only drawing 1 name, so. Alright, on the 6th, alright, this is funny. On the 6th, we have the Thankful Sal that I set up. And I kind of cheated. Because the project I had set... Oh, Pepper! I knew she was going to do that. That's why I was trying to get her away. No, Loki! See, now Loki's moving the table. Hang on. Back up. Back up. Go. Go. She starts growling, and Loki. Again, if I could speak English. Loki comes running to see what she's looking at. Okay, so the project that I had set aside to do for the Thankful Sal, I already did. Oops. And I knew at the time that I started it that it was supposed to be for the Sal. And I was this close to not showing y'all and just pulling it out for the Sal, but that would be cheating and dishonest, and I'm not a cheater and I'm not dishonest. So, but it was the one that had the pie on it that I did a couple of weeks ago. So I might look and see if I have something else I could do for that Sal, but I don't have very many Thanksgiving-y things, so. All right, hang on. Let me bring my notebook closer. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's better. Okay, on the 12th, which is not this Saturday, but next Saturday, all you Connecticut or surrounding areas, or anyone, if you want to fly in from California, by all means fly in from California. We're having a stitch together at the Thistle Needle Workshop in Connecticut. Go on cross stitch finish line, all the info. And hey, I know there's more cross stitchers here in the Connecticut area. I know there's one in Ledyard. I know there's one in Uncasville. I know there's one in, is it Willimantic? I know y'all are out there. Show up. So, the 15th of this month, we have our monthly Mill Hill sale. So, pull out your Mill Hills and get those done. Loki, hush. Dang it, no one wants to hear you bark. They're trying to listen to me. I'm the important one here. On the 18th is Weekend Rush number 10. And then, of course, on the 26th, we have the Now I Know My ABCs. And that will be the letter F. Isn't that nice? Loki, where are you? Okay, he's under the table still. Pepper, come on. You're not going out there. Okay. That didn't deter. Okay, anyway, she's stubborn. I don't know where she gets that from. Anyway, so let me show you. I don't have any haul, so I didn't get anything in between now and the last time I talked to y'all. I'm expecting stuff in. I'll tell y'all that in a little bit. But the last time we talked, I don't think I had finished this yet. I don't know if I had or not. I don't think I did. If I did, well, you're going to see it again. But I finished my E is for embroidery. There's D is for drum. E is for embroidery. I love the way it turned out. I didn't think I was going to like it. I didn't think I was going to, because of all the dark, but I do. I like it. Fold it in half. Hang on. I know. I'm not as well put together as some floss tubers, but you know, y'all love me anyway, right? So, that's the two of them together. And I'm doing different colors. Whoops. I forget the D's up here. I'm doing different colors for the letters. It's supposed to be done in this red. And I did A in the red, but it's like, you can barely see it. So, I'm just doing random. I'm just picking a light color that's in that square, and I'm doing it. But that's it. I really love the way it turned out. You know, and I'm really liking this piece. I'm liking the way our pieces, or whatever you want, because I'm doing 3 per section and then going to frame them. Where was I going with that? Oh, which is kind of surprising me because I'm not a big prim person. In fact, that's the only thing that I'm doing that you can even consider prim. But I'm liking it. Actually, I got hair. Oh, I need to go get a haircut before I get my husband's shaver and just shave my head because my hair is driving me nuts. Look, this is the bag I made. Isn't that cute? Actually, I did get one piece of haul. And I'm fixing to show it to you. It's also my new start because I couldn't help it. But I've been looking for this design, and I've been looking on like 1, 2, 3 Stitch. I looked on Stitching Bits and Bobs, and there was one other one I looked on, and none of them had it, and I was like, and someone had said that, or someone had posted on a comment on one of the posts in Cross Stitch Finish Line that you can get it on, what's it called, Down Sunshine Lane. Cicherisa talks about it a lot. And it could have been her that posted about it. I'm not too sure. And I had never ordered from Down Sunshine Lane. I had never even gone on their website. I didn't know everything. Is there a glare on this? Okay, I think I just see the glare. I don't think y'all are seeing that glare. At least I hope not. Anyway, so I went down on Saturday, this past Saturday. I went, I saw it, I ordered it on Saturday. It came in on Monday. I was hyped. Woohoo! But this is what I got. I forget who I saw. I seen a couple of people stitch this up. And the first time I saw it, I was like, I have to have that. And guess what? I have it now. And guess what? I had to start it. And I did. I started it. See, it came in on Monday. I can't remember if I started it Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't remember. No, I started it Tuesday. Because I started it Tuesday night. Because I had a doctor's appointment on Tuesday. And I'm going to tell you. No, I had the doctor's appointment on Wednesday. But yeah, I started it Tuesday night. I didn't get hardly any stitching done on Wednesday. And I got very little done yesterday. So I'm not as far as long as I want to be. But I'm loving it. And the fabric that I'm using, because I know a couple of people has been asking about the fabric that I'm using. I hardly ever say. Oh, there it is. Is this from Chromatic Alchemy. And I actually got this, I'm pretty sure I got this off Stash Unload. But I'm thinking about, and I only had to use half, not even half the fabric for that piece, so I got another half I can do something else on. But I'm thinking about signing up for her Fabric of the Month, because I see Adele, hi Adele, and Amanda, hi Amanda. I just had to do that. Oh, and hi William, how you doing? Gotta say hi to William. What was I talking about now? Oh yeah, so that thinking about signing up for their Fabric of the Month, because I see Amanda in Adele's Fabric of the, their fabric, and I like it. So that's my whip, my update, and my haul. Now, just a few random things. Would you shut up? Not you. You. Zip it. Like he's going to listen. Anyone who has ever done a hangout with me knows that Loki doesn't listen to me. Did y'all see that? Don't make me throw something at you. I would really not throw anything at my dog. Well, we play catch with his toys, but that's different. Anyway. Did y'all see the video, or not the video, the picture I posted and crossed this finish line of my vacuum on the floor in pieces? I gotta tell y'all this. I went to vacuum that day in the morning, and something got clogged in my vacuum so that the brush wasn't turning. Words just escaped me. So that I couldn't vacuum because it wasn't, so I set it aside. And when my husband got home from work, and I asked him, I said, babe, because that's what I call him, babe. I said, babe, can you look at my vacuum? It's clogged. Can you unclog it? And he says, okay. So he immediately goes to the vacuum. Now I'm in the kitchen and I'm still cooking. And I get to a point where I can go sit down for a few minutes, and I sit down, and my husband's on the floor, and he's got my vacuum in pieces. And as soon as I saw it in pieces, I just knew. I'm like, oh, that's it. I'm going to get a new vacuum. I don't know why he had to take it apart. All it was is that there was a piece of string wrapped around the roller thing, and all you had to do is cut it and pull it out. I don't know why he had to take it apart. But I don't know, maybe he had to use his tools. Heck, I don't know. But what happened? Why? He couldn't get it back together. Yeah. He's sitting there and he took the string out and he's trying to put all the pieces back together and he could not get it back together. That's why I got to get a new vacuum. I haven't went and picked one up yet. I'm going to do that this weekend, and my floors desperately need to be vacuumed. But the funny thing is, and I should have known better than to ask him to do it. I should have waited till my son-in-law come over one day and asked him to do it. Because this isn't the first time that my husband has taken apart a vacuum cleaner and not be able to get back together. Years ago, and this is like when we were first married, it was like our 3rd year of marriage, he had decided one day to help me vacuum, or help me clean, because I was cleaning, and he got a wild hair across his ass and decided he was going to help. So he was going to vacuum for me. And I forget what kind of vacuum. The vacuum I had that he took apart the other day was a Shark. And I liked it because I could use it on my carpets. I could use it on my my wood floor. It had all the attachments. It had the attachment where I can, have one of the kids. I loved it. Do the stairs. Let me finish my thought. But anyway, years ago, he was vacuuming. And he stopped vacuuming. He says, "This isn't sucking very well." Okay, I'm going to pause for a minute. Let y'all do that's what she said jokes or whatever you want to do after that comment. Let me know when you're done. Okay, that didn't take long. But anyway, he says, "This isn't sucking very well." And I told him, I said, "That's because," and this is back when they had bags for vacuum cleaners. So it's because you need to change the bag. The bag is full, baby. That's why I haven't vacuumed yet. I remember telling him that. So I leave the room, and about 15 minutes later, I come back in, and again, he is sitting on the floor with his tools, and he had taken my vacuum apart. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He says, "Well, I'm looking to see why it's not sucking up like it's supposed to." I said, "It's because the bag needs to be changed. When the bag gets full, you lose suction. Change the dang bag." So he proceeds to go, it wasn't just a few parts. Like, the picture y'all saw was just a few parts. Oh, no, my husband, this vacuum, there was like 20, 25 parts laying around. So, he goes to try to put the vacuum back together, and guess what? He didn't know how to put it back together. So, needless to say, he got upset because he couldn't put it back together. And then he got mad, so he picked up all the stuff and he chucked them all in the garbage and went to Walmart and bought me a sucky vacuum cleaner. One that I never did like. So, I tell my kids all the time that it's okay to make mistakes because we're human and we're not perfect. But you need to learn. There should be a lesson with every mistake. And you should always look at something and say, okay, what lesson did I learn? And the lesson I learned, I'm sorry, the reason why I paused was because a notice come up. I had to read it. The lesson I learned is not to ask my husband to fix my vacuum cleaner. Gotta love him. Gotta love him. I do love my husband. Oh, and by the way, on my last video, I was making a French onion soup. It was a new recipe. It turned out awesome. We ate all of it. There was a ton. It was like a 7-quart crock pot full of French onion soup. Between the 3 of us, because my daughter wasn't home for dinner that night. That's why I made it that night. Between me, my husband, and my son, we ate it all. There was just a little bit of just broth left. It was good. Just saying. Let's see, hang on. Okay, I got 3 more things I want to talk about. I'm trying to figure out which order I want to talk to him about. Let me tell you about my doctor's appointment on Tuesday, okay? Sorry, allergies. Now, I normally don't tell y'all about any health issues or doctor's appointments or, very seldom done. But I'm telling you this because I had to have a procedure, not a procedure done. I had to go in for a test. I got probed. Okay? Probed. I'm having some issues with my esophagus where it's not pushing the food down into my stomach. Okay? So they wanted to do a pressure test. I'm doing quotes. Pressure test. You couldn't see it because I was way out here. A pressure test. Well, in order for them to test the pressure in my esophagus, they have to put a probe down there. And I have to be awake during the procedure because they want to test the pressure when I swallow. Again, I'll pause for because it went through my mind. I'm sure it's going through y'all's mind. They want to trust. Hang on. I crack myself up sometimes. Okay. They wanted to test the pressure when I swallow, and then right before I swallow and right after I swallow, so that I had to be awake for this thing, okay? Well, they put the probe up your nose and then down your throat. Yes. Let me repeat that. They put a probe up my nose and down the back of my throat. And the probe, it's not a small probe, ladies and gentlemen. Nuh-uh. No. I'm trying to look to see if I got anything. It's about the size of a number 2 pencil. Yeah. So, and I knew they were going to do that. I knew that's what they were going to do that well before I went in for the test. And I was nervous because I'm thinking, I don't even like sticking my finger up my nose, much less a probe. And it's got to go all the way up there and down. Oh my God. I was stressing about this. I didn't hardly sleep at all the night before because I was having anxiety about this. So, now I had to go. Okay. I had to go, for the people who live in Connecticut, I live in Lisbon, okay, which is close to Norwich. I had to go to Hartford to get this test done. For people who don't live in Connecticut, I had to go an hour and 20 minutes away to get this test done. Now, when I was at the doctor's office and they told me about this test and set the test up, they told me, oh, you could drive yourself because you're not gonna be put under. And I'm like, hell no, my husband's gonna take me. I'm getting something shoved up my nose and down my throat. My husband's taking me. And he did. He didn't mind taking, he took a half day because I didn't have to be there till 1, so. But anyway, he took me and we got there. And we go to the little room, and of course I made him go to the room with me because, I wasn't doing this alone. So she puts me on the bed, and he's sitting over there in a chair, and the lady says, the testy lady says, okay. She says, we're going to numb your nostrils, and then I'm going to spray some stuff in your, up your nose that's going to go down your throat, and it's going to numb your throat a little bit. So that, I can get the probe down there. Oh, I didn't know this. I'm thinking, okay, this is good. All right. She gets a Q-tip. I swear to no lie, this Q-tip was this long. Put some gel junk on the cotton end of it. And sticks it about this far up my nose. And then leaves it there. So I'm sitting there, this great big old huge Q-tip hanging out my nose. My husband's on the other side of the room giggling at me. Wanting to take a picture. I'm like, I told him, I said, you take a picture? the rest of your life is going to be one cold night. That's all I'm saying. And so she leaves this Q-tip because she's got the numbing agent on it, and it has to stay up there for a while. And then she takes it out. She has a little squirt bottle. She says, okay, I'm going to squirt this up your nose. When I do, I want you to breathe in so it'll go down, it'll go in your throat, and numb your throat. That's what she tells me. She forgets to tell me that the stuff tastes god awful. So and I go, and then I start gagging. I couldn't eat before this test. I had to fast, which I'm so thankful for, because if not, if I had any food in my stomach, it would have been out there on that bed. That's how bad that stuff. Oh, it was god awful. So then, to make sure my nostrils numb enough, she puts the Q-tip back up my nose, and also to make sure the stuff that she sprayed up there doesn't drip down. And then I had to wait like about 3 minutes for my throat to numb. And then she asked me, she said, well, is your throat numb? I said, well, yeah, I guess. She said, well, how numb? I'm like, well, I don't know how to judge how numb it is because I've never had my throat numb before. She says, so she grabs that little god-awful spray bottle and says, well, we'll squirt some. I'm like, no, You ain't sticking no more of that crap up my nose. My husband's like laughing so hard, I think he almost peed himself. So the lady says, I said, it's numb enough. So she takes the Q-tip out of my nose. So now my nose, one nostril is numb. My throat, it was pretty numb. It took effort for me to swallow. So she said it was numb enough. She's okay, we're ready to insert the probe. I tell you, someone sticking a long probe up your nose and down your throat is the most uncomfortable. I mean, it wasn't painful, but it was so uncomfortable. Oh. And while she's doing it, she had given me a cup of water with the straw. And as it was going down my throat, I had to swallow to help it go down. So she finally gets it in there, and then she tapes it in place. And my husband says, this is the picture I need to get. And once again, I said, you take that phone out of your pocket. You are dead meat. Here I am, getting god-awful stuff sprayed down and almost throwing up. Getting stuff shoved up my nose and down my throat. And my husband's wanting to take pictures of it. Yeah, I know, Loki. So even Loki can't believe it. So, then she tells me, okay, don't swallow, just breathe regularly. I need to get a base reading. Now, the minute someone tells you not to swallow, guess what you got to do? You gotta swallow. Alright, that's enough of the swallowing jokes. What, Loki? So she gets the base reading. She says, okay, so she's got this syringe. And she says, okay, and she was gonna, she has to give me like a certain amount of fluid for me to swallow for them to do the test. And I asked her, I said, does that taste god-awful? She said, oh, no, it's just water. She said, Well, she doesn't tell me that it's not just water. It's salt water. So she gives it to me, and I'm swallowing it. And have you ever drank salt water? Now, I've gargled with salt water, but to drink salt water? Oh. So I drink. She puts it in my mouth. She's okay. One big swallow. Now don't swallow. After I swallow, she's don't swallow. And of course, it's salt water, which makes, I don't know, for some reason, it makes my mouth water. So I got the urge to swallow it, but you can't. And that is a lot harder than what it sounds. You try it at home. So I had to drink. She had me do that. I don't know. It felt like I had to drink a gallon of salt water, but it wasn't. It was probably less than a half a cup. Because she'd only give me a little bit at a time. So anyway, we're all done with the test. And she goes, she's okay, it's time to take the probe out. And she says taking it out's a lot easier than putting it in. At this point in time, I don't know if I should believe the lady. But anyway, I closed my eyes. Because I had my eyes closed when she was putting it up my nose, down my throat too. So I closed my eyes. And she takes it and, you know, I mean, like, it's like ripping a Band-Aid off. She does it real fast. And then the test was over. I know. Y'all are probably all snoring now because I probably bored y'all to sleep. But I just had to share that experience. It's something, like I said, it wasn't painful, but it's something I don't ever want to have to do again. Anyway. Loki, would you be quiet? Throw something at you. I threw an Oreo. Not an Oreo. See, he's eating it. The cereal that's little O's. Cheerios. There was a Cheerio on the table and I threw it at him. So that's that. I just thought that would be interesting. Alright. On a serious note now. In the last few days, I have come to the realization that I have a problem. And, I have a notebook addiction. And Terry, it's your fault that I realized this. Because I was like living in denial until she put a post up on Cross This Finish Line. Basically to where a question where I had to count my notebooks. And I started counting how many I have. And I won't tell you the number that I got to, but I will tell you this. It was a 3-digit number. And I didn't even count all of them. Okay, I have on my stitchy spot, next to my stitchy spot, I have just a 3-drawer dresser, a cheap one that I bought at Walmart. We put together. And, you know, the drawers are pretty big. See, I can't put my hands like this because they're pretty big. I could measure it, but I'm not going to go over there and do that. And the top drawer is full. I'm talking full. I cannot fit any more notebooks in my top drawer. And none of them are used yet. Because the ones that are actually in use are like on top of the table. And that's a pretty big stack in and of itself. But the drawer is full. And because the drawer is full, and I can't fit any more in there, I got one right here. This isn't the one. Hang on. But I have a basket. Like this. See? That I started putting them in. And it's almost full. That's a lot. And just in that, and I didn't even count them all. But I got to 3 digits. Now you want to hear the hang on. Whoops. You want to hear the now here's the kicker, okay? If you've been watching my videos from the very beginning, or if you've seen my videos from the very beginning, you'll know this. And if you haven't, you need to pause right now and go watch my videos from no, I'm teasing. But we just moved to Connecticut in the spring of 2013. Okay? We moved from Texas to Connecticut. Now, I've had this notebook fetish for a while. It started when I lived in Texas. And down in my basement, I still have boxes from our move that have not been unpacked. And in one of those boxes, and it's kind of a big box, I have notebooks. It's full of notebooks. I have a problem. They say the first step of recovery is to admit that you have a problem. I'm admitting I have a problem with notebooks. Now, side note here. I'm not making fun of people who have true addictions. You know, I have family members who had gone through true addictions. I'm not making fun of them. I'm making fun of myself, okay? Just saying. And I can do that. So, I told Terry the other day, and I'm on day 1 of a 60-day program to get over my notebook addiction. And we'll see how. That was just yesterday, actually. And you know what she told me? She says, you could use one of your notebooks to track your progress. Now, I will say this. I do have a lot of notebooks, but I don't keep them all. I give them away throughout the year. I mean, if I need like a quick gift, a quick thank you gift for someone, I'll give them a real nice notebook. If Samantha wants to give her teachers a gift or something, you know, or we want to make up a gift basket for someone, I'll stick some real nice notebooks in there. You know, so that they're handy to have for, because who doesn't need a notebook? You know, everyone should have at least one. And if you don't have one, let me know. I'll send you one. I wonder if I can put them on Stash Unload. No, I'm teasing. I wouldn't do that. So, but seriously, all kidding aside, seriously, I need to quit buying notebooks because I don't know why I like notebooks. Especially pretty notebooks. But I do. And my husband doesn't know. He has no clue how many notebooks I have. I'm sure if he had a clue, he'd look at me and say, WTF, Joe? What are you thinking? So, if you happen to see me in a store, and if you happen to see me in the notebook section, come do a quick intervention. Alright, that's it about my notebooks. We'll discuss my pen fetish another day. Because that's just as bad. But I probably use my pens more than I use my notebooks. You're saying, how can that be? Because you need paper to write with. But I write on postcards too for other things. But, what, Pepper? What do you want? What? You're not coming up here. You're not allowed on my lap while I'm at the kitchen table. The rules do not change because you're being grumpy today. Okay. My life. Y'all just, you know, and seriously, I'm not making any of this stuff up. I do have that many notebooks. It's funny. Actually, it's not. It's pretty sad. But it's sad in a funny way. I guess. I don't know. Alright. I'm not doing any shout-outs today. I found a few new ones, but I haven't sit down and watched them. What I'm doing is I'm trying to get caught up on the regular Floss too. Because the last few weeks I've been listening to some audiobooks. And that caused me to get a little bit behind because I'm usually right up. Usually I get within a week I can get them all done. Excuse me. Because I'm watching Floss Tube more than I'm watching regular TV. But I've been listening to the audiobook, and that's been kind of like getting into my Floss Tube time. So I made a playlist called Need to Watch, and I've just been adding them on there, and then last time I checked, I had 152 videos to watch, but I think now I'm somewhere around 120, maybe 125. So, shush, not you, Loki. So I'm trying to get caught up on those, so that I haven't watched the new ones yet, because I really want to get caught up. Okay, I just got one more thing to talk about, and then I'm done, and y'all can go do whatever y'all want to do. I want to thank everyone who is helping make my needle minder thing. It's fun. I'm enjoying making them. I'm enjoying taking the pictures and putting them up on the Facebook. I'm enjoying invoicing. I'm enjoying sending them out. I'm just enjoying the overall process. So I'm going to thank everyone for ordering, and it's just, I love you guys. Y'all are awesome. I got a bunch up right now. And I got some that came in. I'm not going to show you. And I got more coming in that should be in. So I'm hoping to have another release sometime next week. It probably won't be Monday. It's probably going to be probably closer to the end of next week, because my husband's on vacation next week. He's going to be home all week. It's going to drive me crazy. Okay, back up. No. But I think he's going to want to do things, so I don't know. But I'm running out of room to put these needle minders. So I need to clear some of the ones I have that I still have in stock. So yesterday I put up, I'm having a sale on my needle minder business. Buy 2, get 1 free. What a bargain. So if you haven't bought from me yet, if you've been holding off, well, guess what? You're in luck, because now you get them on sale. Now, this is going through till Sunday night, okay? So it's just this weekend. Come Monday morning, they're back regular price. Just saying. So yeah, buy 2, get 1 free. What a bargain. Now, I've been doing shipping. If you're in the U.S. and shipping, it's a flat $3, which is pretty much what my shipping cost. Canada, if I'm shipping to Canada, it's probably going to be, right now I haven't shipped to Canada yet, so I don't know how much it costs. I don't think I shipped to Canada yet. So I don't know the actual cost of Canada, but if I'm shipping to Canada, it's going to be $5, I think. Yeah. I was charging $5 to ship overseas. Well, for everyone who's ordered from me that lives overseas and you was charged $5, you got a bargain. And I will make a post on the group to let everyone know. Stop it. Seriously. Can't you see I'm in the middle of a thing here? But I'm going to have to go up on my overseas shipping, because it costs a heck of a lot more than $5 to ship overseas. So, I'm going to have to charge $10 to ship overseas. And that's not even, and I'm still not going to, it still doesn't cover the whole cost, but I want people overseas to be able to order from me if they want to. So I'm giving you a little discount on your shipping overseas, but it is going to, hang on. I had to lean over, so I had to scratch my leg. But I am going to have to up it to $10, unless I can find a cheaper way to ship. I don't know. I'm putting them in little envelopes. and it still costs. So I hate to do it, but I gotta do what I gotta do. I might check, and like I said, I'm still sending them out. United States Post Office. I'm thinking about checking in at UPS or at FedEx and see if it would be cheaper to send it overseas that way. If it is, then I'll start shipping overseas that way, and the cost, and if I can bring down the cost of shipping then to overseas, then I will. But that's that. I hope you guys are liking my needle minders. I'll be perfectly honest for you. When I go online and look for stuff to make into needle minders, I pick things I like. If I look at it and say, "Oh, that's cute," then I get it, because I figured if I like it, everyone would probably like it. If there is some, a particular design or something that you're interested in, let me know. If I can find something, I will. If I can't, then I can't. I'm also trying to keep the cost of my needle minders down. I don't want to charge a whole bunch. Now, I will tell y'all, I'll tell y'all this. On my next upload of needle minders, there's going to be a lot more of the rhinestone ones, the blingy ones. And they're all still going to be $8 because, I can charge $8 and it will still cover the cost of the materials, and I still make some money on them. I don't have to charge an outrageous amount because I want everyone to be able to buy needle minders. Anyway, but I'm trying real hard to make sure I get things that, so that I can keep the prices low. I don't want to have to raise prices or charge an arm and a leg for a needle minder or whatever. I'm hoping that I will never have to go over $8 for a needle minder. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for that. So, oh, hang on. Let me go back to the overseas thing. I will do this for my overseas people. Anyone overseas who wants to order. If y'all see a needle minder or, just one or two that y'all like and want to order it, I will hold it up to 4 weeks to see if new needle minders, because my hope is to put new ones up at least once a week or once every other week. I will hold it to, up to 4 weeks to see if you want to add more to it so that you can combine like a big order or something. You know what I mean? To make it so that instead of having, 2 orders a month and having to pay shipping twice, you can combine those 2 orders and pay shipping once, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Are you stuck now? Okay. No, he's not. Oh, Loki! Dang, he's got some wicked gas. Okay. Oh, another thing. I got fat fingers, okay? I'm going to start out saying that. Now, I'm usually very good that once you go through and you place an order, and after about an hour after you say "me, please," or "give me that," or "mine," or whatever, with I'm very good about, you should get an invoice to me within 24 hours after placing your order, because I try to stay on top of that. If something happens and you don't get an invoice after 24 hours, just send me a quick PM. Say, hey, I placed an order, or did you get my order, or whatever. Because what happened was there was a couple of people where I sent an invoice. Let's just put it that way. Where it went, I don't know, because my fat fingers either added an extra letter or number in the email address, or instead of putting .net, I put .com. So someone got an invoice, but it wasn't the person who it was supposed to go to. So, you know, and I'm human. I'm going to make mistakes. So if you don't get an invoice from me within 24 hours, just, you know, shoot me a PM. You're not going to hurt my feelings or anything. And because, you know, I'm big on, I've always been big when I worked out in the public. I've always been big on customer service. You know, you take care of your customers. So I'm sorry. I got fat fingers. And I'm also a little bit dyslexic. So sometimes, and that's what happened with this one lady. I just transposed two of the letters, and she didn't get her invoice, and I felt bad. And I do. When something like that happens, I always feel bad. Let's see. Anything else? Nothing I can think of. If you have any suggestions on how I can, I don't know, make my needle minders better or whatever, other than giving them away for free all the time, let me know. I don't know. That's it. That's all I got to say. Now I gotta go, because now I gotta go to the post office again, which I don't mind going. It's just down the street from me, so it's no big deal. I'm in the process, of downloading the app for the post office so I can pay for it at home and print the labels at home, and so I don't have to stand in line and whatnot. But it takes me a while to figure things out sometimes. I don't know why. I used to be like that, but anyway. Okay. So, Joe Stitchy Stuff. That's the Facebook group. I'll try to leave a link below. It won't be probably till later today, because as soon as this is uploaded, I'm out and about. Ooh, hang on. One more thing I'll tell you. I told y'all I was doing this needle minder thing to get extra stitching money. Well, I finally made my first purchase for a stitchy thing with the money that I'm getting from the needle minders. And I'm going to tell you what it is. Ready? A cart. It's not the IKEA cart, okay? I bought the one at Target that's like I forget how much it was for. I ordered it online because I went to 3 different Targets here. I went to the Target that's next to me. I went to the Target that's next to Terry. And I went to the Target that was when me and Terry went to the L&S. I went to that Target. 3 different Targets looking for them. None of them had them. I think we went to the Target. Did we go to the Target at the L&S, Terry? I thought we did. Yeah, no. Did we? I don't remember. Anyway. So I went online because I was watching someone else's video the other day, and they had got theirs from Target too. And I'm like, why does every single Target have it except for the one close to me? So I said, well, I'll go online. And sure enough, I went online and I found one. It's a white one. It's not colored, but hey, that's okay. I don't mind white. I'm going to put my needle minders on it anyway. And I ordered it. And it's going to be shipped. It was cheaper. Okay, get this. It was cheaper for me to order it and have it shipped to my house than it was to order it and have it shipped to my local Target and me go pick it up. Someone please explain the logic in that. I don't know. So anyway, I'm excited. It's supposed to be in, I think, Monday or Tuesday of next week. And as soon as it comes in, my husband's on vacation next week. So when it comes in, I can have him put it together. And if he breaks it, I'll kick his butt. And as soon as he puts it together and I do my next video, I'll show you my cart. So buy more needle minders so I can buy more stuff. All right, guys. That's it. I'm going to go. I got errands to run. I'll talk to y'all next week. Bye-bye.